So we're going to kick this show off, right? And I want y'all to know that the topic is here and we're going to go in. Let's go right here. Get used to the new ways of men, right? And I'm wondering if you guys are wondering what that means, right? Now, been a lot of things going on out here in these relationship streets. And I can't say they've been all good, right? Shouts out to Yummy Gummy in the building. Say, hey, everyone. Crete, Calvin, Sweet Mama G, MIA tonight. Yes, she is. But yet, she will not be accountable. But you can just blame it on me. I'll be just fine. So out here in these streets, we've been having a lot of busted relationships, a lot of busted marriages. Uh-oh. Miss Christina said, it is racist for black men to call white women a snow bunny. You said, is it racist? I wouldn't call it racist because there are some white women who love to be called snow bunnies. I mean,
it's a term of endearment.
Right. I mean, some black women could be called chocolate thunders. Or, whatever you want to call them. But I don't think that's racist, though. But keep the questions coming, everyone. So in marriages today, right? Things have been so crazy. And I've never seen so many marriages go downhill, with divorces and everything. What's up, Miss Amelia? How you doing in the building? You know what I mean? Good to see Miss Amelia. Yummy Gummy also said, how about men being called sexual chocolate? You saying, is that racist? I don't think that's racist, but I think it's funny. Some men want to earn to be called that. How can a man be called sexual chocolate? What does it take for a man to be called sexual chocolate? Let us know in the comment section or pop up on the screen. Shouts out to the King and I family. What's going on? Thank you for coming through, King and I family. And Yummy Gummy say that is not racist. And okay, Miss Christina, I said, what would it take for a man to be called sexual chocolate? Miss Christina said he looks edible. Okay. Miss Marla says, I did follow my boo, JL Music. We sure you were the way you were the other day, Miss Marla. We sure you followed her and probably had a whole conversation all over the place with JL. And speaking of that, we're going to speak on a little bit of that. Yummy Gummy also said, black sexy man, sexual chocolate. Okay. All right. That's dope. So we starting a whole nother conversation here on this. All right. So here's where we're going to begin at with this situation. Right? What did Miss Marla say? Oh, she was talking about my boo. OMG Marla. All right. So again, this topic tonight is get used to the new ways of men. And I say that because of this. I want everyone to understand this is not a bash towards women. I want y'all to know I may say some things, whatever, and most of y'all don't agree. But wouldn't I be boring if I sit there and agree with y'all? It'd be boring, right? But I'll also be considered a beta because a beta man has female tendencies. And that ain't that's not me. So again, I want everyone to understand that this is not a bash towards women, this topic here. A lot of women get married for all the wrong reasons. As we spoke about on a previous show about women's purpose here on earth. And that women were not put on here on earth to lead. Women are not supposed to lead, but they were put here to help. Not lead, but to help. That's why you guys are considered, even in the Bible, as helpmates. And we're not going to get into Bible discussions again. But you guys are helpmates. It's nothing wrong with that. That's a beautiful thing to have help, some good help, right? So, helpmate. So, and 90% of women will argue that all the way until the earth turns pink, that they want to be leaders. You're not leaders, you are helpmates, especially if you're a wife, but you're here to help. That's your purpose. And then most women, when they go out to get a man and get married, they want to practice, and they don't even know they're practicing this, but hypergamy, right? And that's all the time. Women all the time want to date up. Men want to date up too. But then men actually will settle before a woman will settle. We don't have to have this, that, and the third in a woman. Okay. Especially a wise man. A wise man is not going to be trying to be after a woman when, she's because of her assets. And I mean body parts on this one. Miss Marla says some women can't help themselves. Help themselves how, Miss Marla? What do you mean? Phone lines are open. And also, we want new faces. I'm going to put the link up, and I want y'all to come on. Come straight on here and do y'all thing. Spread the word. So, Calvin, are you a single man, or you don't really have to share, but tell us your status.
Single.
Okay.
Single by choice, I would think.
Okay.
And the reason I say that because I'm not approaching women anymore. It's become an obstacle, a mountain to climb. I feel like I don't want to feel like I got to prove myself or earn some respect when respect should be given automatically. So it's just approaching a woman nowadays. It can be strenuous on the man. Now, if it happens organically and it's genuine and there's a rapport that's built there, that's fine. But I mean, it's just approaching women nowadays. I don't want to feel like I'm competing for her time and attention with someone else and she's not going to take me serious, or I got to meet so many guidelines and have this certain criteria to meet her qualifications. So it's just rough, besides me making a living alone. So, I mean, I can understand why a lot of men aren't approaching women, or they're just giving up with American women, because the American woman has these lofty expectations of intergalactic wants and needs, and I just don't see it happening. And a man shouldn't bear that burden from another person or a woman or a child. A man should not to carry that load. He should be able to take his ass to work and make a living and and provide as best as possible, and not be strained by somebody else's demands or wants. It's impossible.
You know what? I respect all of that. And I agree a lot with all of that. And you're speaking from a man's perspective. And it is like that. Like, that's why I said that it's changing. I don't know where it got lost at in some point where the man is supposed to chase after the woman. Okay. I don't know where that came from. But hello, Miss Christina, and welcome to the show tonight. Um, let me and then we have we have we have Miss Marla that said true, Calvin. She said true. And let me read Yummy Gummy here. Yummy Gummy said that 80% of men are looking for the perfect build a bear woman. Can you agree with that, Calvin?
No, men are very simple. They men aren't looking for a build-a-bear woman. Men know they have to be the provider, be the providers initially. Men know they have to lead. Men know their job already. They know that um, it costs to be the boss. So I don't think men are what men she's referring to looking for a build-a-bear. Those are children. A real man already knows that he has a path that he's got to walk, and he would like to have a true love beside him. That's what a real man wants.
I Again, I agree, my brother. I do. Now, let me say this. I also agree with a lot of what Yummy Gummy said. I'm gonna tell you why. Because at a point, and it is a lot of guys that want women that honestly they call them trophy wives or whatever the case may be. But I think that percentage is more lower now. That's the part that I don't agree with. At first, yes, it was like 80% of men. I mean, because every man for some reason, and it's probably due through television, stories or movies or whatever, to have this one woman that looks so good, so this, so that. But in reality, a lot of times that's the woman, that's the problem. When you want that pretty woman, she's the problem. So, Miss Christina,
Yes.
now you, I think I asked you this before. Have you ever been married?
No.
Okay. Do you plan on getting married?
Probably not.
Okay. Um, why is that?
I mean, relationships aren't like what they used to be.
Okay, I mean that's true. So what I mean, why do you say that they give me? Y'all know I like three reasons why you think that it should not be. I mean, it's not the way they used to be. What's the turn off? What turns you off?
I mean, a lot of these men act like females. I was gonna say the B word, but
I wish I could say
like
I disagree.
the other day I seen a commercial where a dude was putting on makeup. I'm like, what in the world is going on?
So let's just
Lipstick and
say,
everything. I'm like, what?
but when you saw that, what
Mhm.
came to your mind?
It was a turn off.
Okay,
I
okay,
mean, it's okay for men to look good for the woman, but
yeah,
you
but
don't want
not
to look
no.
better than their woman.
Right, right, right. Um, Miss Marla says some women act childish, and play a lot of games. Yummy Gummy said, Calvin, I'm gonna need you to change that statement to most American women. We ain't all that way.
Yes, ma'am. My bad. I apologize, Yummy Gummy. I do apologize. It may
Uh,
not even be most, but it's a large section of the population that have that mindset of you know being a burden instead of a companion, a true companion.
right. Uh, the king in our family says men wanting to build a bear, that ain't the man for you. One, he still may not know what he want. That's very true. Because if you think about it, when a man starts to find himself being interested in women, he goes by the framework of what he sees. Television, movies, you know what I mean? He sees,
Magazine.
yeah, magazines. He goes by this stuff to find out what is considered beautiful. That's just like when you get into cars. One, you're going to find the car that suits you, whether it's luxury, sport, or whatever the case may be. But then you try to get the hottest car of luxury or the hottest car of a sports car,
Did you
right?
hear what happened the other day, DJ Concrete?
No, what happened?
Kim Kardashian got the GQ Man of the Year award or something.
GQ
In the mag-
man.
yes, Kim Kardashian did.
See, that's why you cannot get yourself
Oh,
mixed up in today's life. You know what I mean? If
yeah.
if you want to actually have a decent life and everything, you're gonna have to go back to the old school. Back
Hmm.
to the old school, because if you go by what's going on now, it's gonna be a sad ending. Yummy Gummy said, thank you. It is a large number, is a large number of women that are that way, though. hmm Women don't know how to be anything but liability anymore. That's very true. And what that being said, what Yummy Gummy just said, that's where a lot of things are getting crazy now. And that's actually what brings on this topic. Things are changing. Men do not want the liability of a woman that much anymore. It's just too much. It's too much. And so, and then times are so hard out here, it's ridiculous. So everybody is busy trying to take care of themselves. But then if you bring on someone else, and then us as males, we're going to be the gentlemen, we're going to be the men, we're going to take care of that person. But you have some men that don't look at it like that. They'll say, oh no, we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to take care of me and you take care of you. But then you have more of a traditional man and say, okay, I'm going to take it, I'm going to provide for you, working their way into marriage, because he has to show something. He has to show us something. That's just like she has to show him something. You can't be half a woman coming in and half a man. Show what you got. Show what you got. Then Yummy Gummy also said beauty is on the inside. It's not in the looks. And as men grow and mature, they find that out. They find that out because a lot of men at first go for the looks. We do. But then we grow up. We got Marcus or Marquise Harper. Thank you for coming on. What's going on, DJ Concrete? What's going on, my brother? How you doing? I'm happy to see you on here.
It's Marquise.
Okay, Marquise.
I'm
So,
friends with them.
okay, awesome. We're happy to have you on here, and thank you, Miss Christina, for bringing a friend. We encourage that every week, and you always make yourself valuable here by doing just that. Miss Keisha said, it takes two strong-minded people to make a marriage work. We need a strong man, and he needs his talk to each other. Okay. And I can agree with that, but I agree with that. But the strong minds, the woman, she don't need the strong mind where she's going to be combative to her husband or to her head. That kind of strong mind is not needed. But if you have two strong minds, if she's willing to do some things, then that works out. So and Yummy Gummy also said she has to bring value to the table as a helper, cook, clean, nurture, take care of needs, and she has to be genuine with all that. Yes, I totally agree with that. And a lot of women don't realize that if they take those steps, they can go a long way. They can go a long way. And I like at the end to say to be genuine about it. If you're genuine about that, that means you're not going to come back and feel like you regret what you're doing or regret what you did, rather. And you're just going to do what you need to do. You're going to understand your role and play your role, period. Also, what's up, Darren?
Hey, what's going on? What's up, people?
Not much. Also, let me see here. Let me see. Miss Marla said, if y'all have kids together, y'all should work together, not against each other. Actually, it doesn't matter if you have kids or not. If you're a couple, you need to work together. You see what I'm saying? You need to work together. So Yummy Gummy also said, please remember to like the podcast and subscribe to our channel. So if you guys are new, please make sure y'all do that here. Ms. Marla said, hey, Marquise. And the King in Our Family also says, I believe relationships should be something like a business. What can you do to make my life better? What can I do to make your life better so that we can thrive? I agree, Mark, the King in Our Family. I do. It's like a business. And you got to remember the business, and I don't want to call it a boss, but the head creates the structure in that family. That's why you have to pay attention on who you are dealing with. I'm talking about you women. Y'all have to understand the man that you guys are getting ready to spend the rest of your life with. Make sure y'all make the right decision, just as well as men. And Miss Marla said, "True, the king." What's up, Nate from upstate? Good to see you, my brother. How you doing? He said, "Salute everyone. Upstate is in the building." That's what I'm talking about. Good to see my brother. Get used to the new ways of men. All right. So you have a lot of men that are being very cautious about their steps. Now, first, men used to just jump in. They used to jump in. They was happy, ready to start a new relationship. And maybe this is the one. Or you have some men that was just jumping in for play. Right? But how can you tell? Yeah, how can you tell it's for play or if it's for real? Since you are a woman, Miss Christina, can you tell me, have you ever been in a relationship and it ended up being for play?
Yeah, I would think it's more like the vibe and stuff you get from the person.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you read their body language and stuff, you can kind of tell if this is going to be just like a friend with benefits or if it's going to be like an actual relationship.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been in a relationship where it ended up okay, Miss Marla said they still do. No, they definitely still do. They do. But as we're talking about right now, how can you recognize it? How can you spot it? You know what I
I mean,
mean?
I just spot it mostly on the vibes and stuff, or sometimes they come out and say like, "I'm just looking for a hookup," or "I'm looking for long term," or whatever.
Okay.
So
No, so you saying you saying that's what the guy will say?
yeah, and sometimes depending on what dating website you on, it will say what
Mm,
they're looking for, friends
that's
or long
that's the
term or
problem.
short term or whatever.
Okay.
That's the problem right there. You on the dating apps.
I'm
If you want to
on
find
one
somebody,
dating app and it's on Facebook. That's it.
it's all dating apps. The people that actually what people really want, they are not on dating apps. You have to get out the house and go places and meet people.
And I have.
Okay, if you have, then wouldn't you be already successful in a relationship? That go for me too. I got to cut that out too.
Sorry. Amber alert.
Oh.
Okay. So see, I've never been on a dating site. So I not showing up. I ain't never been on a dating site. So I didn't know that they put that. So they have the option on there to say, "Oh, I'm here just to mingle," or I'm here just I'm trying to find a whole relationship.
Mhm.
So that's there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then
All
there's
right.
You
some
you
people.
you will know it before you flip to the next picture. You'll know it. It's in the bio.
Yeah,
It's in the
and some
profile.
people just put that they're looking for friends.
Okay.
So
Well, you know what? I must admit, I was on midget mingle. I was on midget mingle, and yeah.
you
So
should get on Christian school.
no, I was on midget mingle. uh, Marquis said dating websites are not safe. No, they aren't. I mean, actually, freaking marketplace not even safe. Trying to meet somebody to buy a chair. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy out here. You know what I mean? And that's why it's like that. Miss Marla called me Grandpa Crete. Yep, I surely am. I was with my grandbabies yesterday and had a blast. Yeah, so yeah, I haven't I don't do the websites and stuff like that. So, but so
What do you do? Go to the clubs or something?
actually, I don't even go to the clubs either. I mean, I don't even like clubs. If you see me in the club, that means I'm getting paid. I'm DJing, getting paid or something like that. But I don't even be going in there like that. I know it seems like I probably do, but I don't. I got over that a long time ago.
So what you do? Walk down the street and just give women your number or what?
Yeah, I just what I do is
The grocery store. The grocery store.
yeah, I go to like
Or
the
the
mini.
mall?
Yeah, now I go to the mini marts with the midgets, the mini mart. No, no,
You funny.
no. So anyway, my thing is, you know, even like marriage, there's still a lot of women out here who want to get married, right? And I would highly suggest. I mean, that's why we're put here. We're put here for that. We're not put here to be single people. You know what I mean? So, but there's so many men that's out here that's struggling. You know what I mean? And a lot of times they're struggling because they don't have that helpmate. You know what I mean?
Well, if they increase their value, it's ways to get out of the struggle. As a man, you got to build yourself up first, especially if you're in your 20s before you get to your 30s. Women going to naturally see that and want to go towards that naturally, and then get with the program of that man.
Right. But see, Darren, a lot of times I understand what you're saying. A lot of times when that happens, though, when a guy builds or feels that he built value for himself,
Mhm.
then his head gets big. I got this one. Now I got that one. You know, he keeps his options open. I get it. You see what I'm saying?
If you're a man that's usually out here, I ain't mean to cut you off, but if you're a man out here grinding and stuff, and you're not gonna have that much time to be able to entertain this woman, that woman, that woman, that woman. You're gonna be so focused on your business or whatever you're trying to do, because at the end of the day, you got a lot to lose. You with false allegations and child support. A smart man, I'm talking about a smart man, he got a lot to lose. So why would he put his life in danger and keep messing with this girl, that girl, and stuff, and diseases out here and everything? You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
yeah, I see what you're saying, but see what happens is sometimes these guys can work on themselves but still be insecure. And a lot of times when they're insecure, every piece of tail they can get is is
If
is
if
is
you
a, is a
saying
step up.
so the process of working on themselves be insecure because they not there yet, because they feel like I was like that at one point in time, like damn, I'm working on myself here and now, I'm on my purpose, on my grind, and I'm still not getting results. Over time though, it's just when the world view you and see you with your value, then you know where you are. You just gotta keep going and keep going and keep pushing yourself and face challenges to be able to overcome your fears and the problem. There's always a solution to every problem.
Well, let me tell you something. I've seen guys work on themselves. I've seen guys work on themselves and they push themselves so much. And then when they got up there, their head was so big that they end up with AIDS because they didn't screwed
Oh my
everything up.
God. That's me, Creed.
That's you? You did that? You did what I
Nah, it's
said?
Nate from, nah, I'm just letting you
Oh.
know who I am.
Oh.
It's Nate, it's Nate from up.
What up,
Nate
Nate from
upstairs.
upstate? What's going on, my brother? We was ready to say, whoa, okay.
So glad you know you got me cracking up, man.
All right.
Always a pleasure, Creed.
Hey, you know you're my brother there, Nate. It's good to hear
Oh,
from
that's
you.
a fact. That's a fact.
Marquise Harper said, I agree, DJ Creek. But do the women want to get married for the right reasons, though? And that's a great question, Marquise. I'm gonna tell you why.
Isn't that a two-way question, though?
It is. It is. I mean, the women could say, "Hey, are you getting married for the right reasons?" To men, she could say that. But then sometimes, vice versa. But right now, he asks, "Are the women getting married for the right reasons?" Here's what I want to say. In order to even, just for starters, check out her family background. Check out and see if she grew up seeing marriage. Check out and see if she seen a woman, a wife, being her mother, being with a man, her father, her mother's husband.
That's more of a traditional standpoint where we don't really
Yeah.
live in a traditional world anymore.
Right. So, but guess what? Would you rather have a woman like that, or would you rather have a modern woman that's walking around, feeling around in the dark?
Oh no, I definitely want them to be traditional if they still exist.
Yeah, they exist. The king in our family said midget mingle. Yeah, tell you. That's where you got to go.
But sometimes some men be blinded by their beauty or whatever. So, oh, she beautiful. Well, I'm just going to know all the red flags. I'm just going to accept her for what she is, anyways. And that's the problem that a lot of men have.
Right.
And what look good, you learn at a young age. What looks good to you is not always good for you. You learn that at a young age. So I don't know. You know what I mean? Some guys are just hound dogs, and they don't care. And I'm a guy saying that.
Right. So now, hold on one second, y'all. So here's my thing. Like me, I don't know what it was with me, but I think it was. I know exactly what it was with me. It was exactly what I just said to you guys, and that is having a family structure, family background to look at. You know what I mean? That means so much. Like sometimes when I talk about it, some people look at me like that don't exist. I mean, you actually just said it, Nate.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know it's hard. I know it's hard to
Yes,
see.
it is. Yeah.
So, but me, if I were to get married again, I know what I need to be looking for. I'm not again mad at when I got married before. It was all there, whatever. I was young, and I don't look at any of that as being bad. So if any of you guys on here ever been married before, I don't care if y'all been married 10 times, don't look at that person you've been married to previously in a bad way. Just look at it as an experience.
Yeah.
And then you move on. I mean, it's not even good to even talk about your past in a negative way. I wouldn't
Right.
you don't want to talk about your future in a negative way either. So,
right.
But Yummy Gummy said, Miss Marla, careful with getting married. It is best to keep the government out of your relationship. You can be married in faith, but those legal marriages are hold up, there's something in the way. Behind me. Be careful. And I did see Miss Marla said she would love to get married. Miss Marla, marriage is a beautiful thing. But as Yummy Gummy just said to you, do not get the government in your marriage. People make that mistake all the time. And that's another reason why we're talking. Well, this tonight is this topic because men are changing. You got so many men. We look at it. If you look at even YouTube, so many basketball players getting divorced, so many singers. And remember, y'all women like all these little guys that the bended knee guys. You know what I'm saying? The one is, every time something happened, I'm down on bended knee, trying to plead back to you.
There's too many of those guys around anymore either.
Yeah, because half of them understood that, all right, my knee hurt. I'm going to stop bending down on my knee. I need to handle this business like a man. You know what I'm saying? And that look, I'm going to tell you something was crazy. Me as a young guy, I figured it out. I was like, I can't listen to it. First of all, the music was too slow. I couldn't process it when it was moving too slow. I gotta have some upbeat music. And I know that sounds like it don't have nothing to do with nothing, but it kind of don't, but kind of does. But then just listening to these dudes, you see what I'm saying? Like, why are you pleading to this lady? And that's what happened. This R&B music is also emasculating to men. It will take your manhood. It'll have you at the light singing sweet nothings. You see what I'm saying? You sounding like a chick. But
not to take you off of what you're saying, Crete, but the R&B music today is not like it was when me and you was coming up. Me and you about the same age, so
yes.
It ain't even the same thing, bro. It's some whole other. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, no, and you know what? I agree, Nate. It was like, I mean, there was some spotty songs like that was just like a bit much. You know what I'm saying? That was just like soft. But for the most part, a lot of those songs was dope, and they were like manly, like
they were real love songs.
Yes,
like it celebrated real love. Like
yes,
I remember ironing my clothes.
But those women,
Right,
those
right,
women really appreciated those men that were singing them songs. If you look at the old music for when the women were singing towards the man, she was really submissive.
right. We have the King and I said, King and our family said, most people at the club just trying to have sex. And that is true. That's why you
Yeah.
never go to no clubs looking for no women. Heck, don't even go to the church looking for women. In fact, if you really want to talk about it, don't even go out looking for women. Women don't go out looking for men. Miss Christina, have you ever found yourself saying that I'm going to go find me a man? Let's be honest. You
I
always
mean,
actually,
maybe
huh?
in my head.
Maybe in what?
In my head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you was like, I'm gonna go find me a man.
She had the telepathy sound effects and everything.
Yeah. Miss Marla said, I understand, Yummy Gummy. Thanks for the advice. Now, that was really some good advice. I mean, if y'all going to get married, do not put the state or anything in there. When y'all sign that paperwork, you're done. Look at Anthony Anderson.
Yeah.
That's terrible what he's going through in a divorce. It as if getting divorced from your husband or your wife ain't bad enough. That's already depressing or stressful. It's a lot going on with that, and then you're gonna come down on that man, and you shouldn't come down on a woman either. Let them work their differences out, not the government. That's why y'all don't sign the papers. Or just don't get married in the United States.
Right.
You know, marriage really benefits the woman than it does with the man. To
Oh
be
yeah,
honest, it's really security. To be honest, it's really security. But if I'm gonna give a woman security, I want to do it with my own family. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like my own family, I really started with my
right.
own children and all that stuff.
Now, who was that? It was hold on one second. That was Miss Marla. Miss Marla says some women and men don't know what they want these days. That's very true. But Miss Marla, why do you think they don't know what they want? Because
Yeah.
the framework is not there. You know what I mean?
Right.
I
Right. There's
knew
no foundation.
right. When I was growing up, I saw a marriage. I saw a husband, I saw a father, I saw a wife, I saw a mother. And I had siblings. So I saw what the marriage was about. I saw it. And I saw what the family life was about. If you ain't seen that, it's gonna make it tougher. And everybody ain't gonna see that. Everybody's not gonna see that. But
Yeah, because everybody don't come from that.
no, they don't. But see, that's where you're gonna have to educate yourself to that, to really understand that if I have a successful marriage, this is what it's gonna look like. It's not gonna look like Housewives of Atlanta marriages. Not that. You're gonna want a spiritual marriage.
Yes, definitely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want
I agree.
reality show marriage.
Hey, I got a
Um,
question. So if they want a spiritual marriage, wouldn't that mean that the woman have to follow the man leadership?
absolutely. That's how it's supposed to go. You see what I'm saying?
That's the
Yeah, the
problem. They
Bible
don't want
says
to.
that.
Right. And a lot, but see,
Yeah.
you know what? Those are the ones that men have to pay attention to not to marry. You have to understand. That's just like if you say, okay, I'm going to go buy a food truck. Okay, there's the truck, there's the equipment. How is this equipment supposed to work? I want a
Right.
woman, but how is she supposed to work? You have to understand that. You can't, and then a lot of women will guilt you if you say, I don't like what you're wearing. Ain't nothing wrong with what I'm wearing. You controlling. You jealous.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because you're trying to let them know that, hey, you know, you looking good, but it might be a little bit too revealing for me. And instead of taking that in consideration, they want to look at it as you know, complaining or just not, you know, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, but if she has a problem with, see, that's you displaying your headship and protection. And if she has a problem with that, that's where you need to start reconsidering your relationship. It's simple things like that. That's just like when your kid is growing up and he or she starts doing a bad thing that you don't like. And if you do not nip it in the bud, they're going to get worse and they're going to get more disrespectful to you because you didn't handle it right. And then you're going to wish you had them respect you. So
everything.
Yeah, so that's where we run into problems. The king in our family said most men with money are the biggest a-holes and very disgusting, all because they have more money than the last guy. And you know what? I can agree with that.
Yeah, but money ain't gonna buy you real love either.
No, it's not gonna buy you happiness. It's not gonna do none of that. All it's gonna do is pay your bills or whatever.
Money ain't gonna do all that.
I've been to
Everybody here got a whole bunch of money, miserable as hell.
man. Let me tell you.
But that's not the average man though. The most men with money though, that's not the average man.
Okay,
You know that.
Yeah.
But what I mean, okay, let's say, and I'm asking you, Darren.
Go ahead.
Let's say the man with all the money, he's not the average man, right? Mm-hmm. What does that mean? Is he happier, or is he? I mean, what was the reason why you said that?
Yeah. I mean, see, the man with all the money or whatever, you got to think about the times where he probably didn't have it at that one time, and then nobody wanted him. But just like Mike Jones, back then they didn't want me, but now they all on me. Okay. So, but the average man doesn't have money like that because, I mean, when everybody would be winning for the most part. It's, you know how so many people that's living with people and don't even have a car, and these supposed to be grown men my age, your age, and stuff. Right. So I mean, even the man that does work a job that's full time at a warehouse, he's still not making a top tier money. He might make like 40 or 50,000 a year. Not everybody gonna make six figures or whatever. But he will.
For Darren, real quick. So if you find the woman of your dreams, but she's not on board with polygamy, what are you gonna do in that situation?
I mean, I put it like this: not every woman gonna get with the program. Reason why I say polygamy because usually women have children though, for one. Mm-hmm. So I can't come first. I respect that. Me personally, if a woman don't have no children or whatever, and she select me, then I don't even need no polygamy. That's the only reason why I look at polygamy, because like that, I gotta share you because somebody already.
You're wanting to have your options open, right?
No, not necessarily. That means that we're gonna be focused on each other, though. I mean, that can be kind of complicated. That's why they call practicing polygamy. It ain't gonna just happen like that. You gotta practice it though. And so, but for the most part, I really just want.
If you met the woman of your dreams and she wasn't into that, would you step away?
If I had a woman of my dreams, it wouldn't be polygamy. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If I had one of my dreams, she's not gonna have children. Let's just be honest. She's not. Okay.
You saying that she's not going to have children before you met her, or she's not going to have children when y'all together? You saying you
better end together.
You saying that when you meet her, you don't want her to have children.
Hey, if I'm being realistically, the woman of my dreams, yeah, no children though. But that's not reality though. At least if a chick have at least one kid, I'm cool with that. I can work with that. When they have two or three more, it's just too much because, like, I mean, you can only fit so many people in the car for one, and then two, like,
you might have to.
I gotta make sure. They don't even make vans no more. They got SUVs, extra large, Suburban or something. I shouldn't have to. I like my sports cars, you know. I like my little 2-seaters.
See,
Cherry picking is toxic.
That's emasculation at its best, right?
Yeah, she's toxic on top of it.
Now I'm gonna say this. Now, Miss Christina, I notice there's some noise in your background. I'm gonna mute your mic when you're not saying anything. Unmute it. I mean, mute it. But then when you get ready to say something, just unmute. Okay? Can't y'all tell the difference? It's quieter.
I can't hear nothing, but I can dig it.
Okay. So here's my thing. Now let's do this. Let's do this. Right now, let's look up. Let's look at an example of what emasculation is. When you emasculate something or someone, you take away its strength. Some people believe that having a tough female boss can emasculate male employees. Can y'all agree or disagree with that?
It depends on who you are as a person.
Okay. Explain why you say that.
You can't take nothing from me if I'm too strong.
Okay.
You can't, you know what I mean? If I'm a strong person within myself and I'm doing my job and I'm on point, you can't take nothing from me. And if you try to, you're going to have to come up with a strong argument. So it depends on who you are as a person. If you're a weaker person, where you can be easily subjected to somebody's will like that, then that's what's going to happen. That's just my opinion.
Okay. And I respect your opinion. I do have some agreements in that, but then here's my thing. Let's say if you have to walk for 50 miles, right? When you start walking 5 miles, oh, I can do this. This ain't nothing.
Yeah.
10 miles, I got this, B. 15 miles, I'm feeling some type of weight.
I'm calling the cab back.
25 miles, oh boy, I shouldn't have done this. 30 miles, oh hell no.
Yeah, that's a long walk.
Okay, so when you go to work and you have a female boss that's masculine, at first you like, oh, I ain't worrying about her. That's first day. 20 days down the line, oh man, she be tripping. 30 days, man, she getting on my nerves. Boy, you better hush up and do this job, or you ain't gonna have one. Okay. Now you becoming to be a sucker. You point out yourself for. Well, let me make this point. I want to hear what you had to say, Calvin. So, and then now you at day 35, you starting to soften up, get tenderized. And when I say that, is because what happens is that now you start to obey more because you want to keep your job. You don't want no troubles. And she's just getting tougher and tougher on you. And she's emasculating you.
Sometimes you gotta stand your ground too, though, you know?
Yeah, but guess what? It's either. Go ahead.
Why do some men act dumbfounded when you ask them what their turn-on spots are?
The what?
Turn on spots.
Mm-hmm.
Turn on. The what?
She said, why do men act dumbfounded when you ask them their turn on spots?
Turn on spot.
Yeah.
Oh, she's on my
I mean,
yeah.
like some guys like their nipples licked and earlobes and I'm being for real.
You can't be for real. We weren't even talking about no. We weren't even talking about being romantic.
That's not romantic. Let's get straight to it.
Hey.
Yeah. You looking for a man? I get it. That's what you do when you looking for a man. You just get straight to the point.
This show is incredible tonight, man.
You kick the damn door in and you just say what turns you on. I get it. I got you.
We were just talking about men's, but you know what though? That actually could have something to do with what I'm saying. Because see, Miss Christina, who knows what part she's trying to arouse on a man?
Yeah, who knows that? Yeah,
she probably trying to go
Everybody's different.
Round the corner on the backside with some of them dudes over there, I guess, or whatever, right?
Yeah,
Emasculating them.
Yeah, that's what I get from Miss Christina. I get Miss
Emasculation.
Christina being a boss at work, using her power to emasculate a man so she can eventually get with him. That's what I see, Miss Christina. You can't abuse your power at work and emasculate a man. You have to, really, you shouldn't be doing this, but you really got to ask him out on the side because you can't use your power. And Crete, what I was about to say was I just left a situation like that last year, a year ago. I was in a situation where I was at a job. I was a manager, but I had 2 female managers over me, and they tried to break me. But fortunately, I had
Did one of them ask you out?
No. I'm about to get to that.
Okay.
But fortunately, my mom was so strict that I came from a strict. I had a single mother that was so strict, but they tried to break me. They tried to emasculate me, and I felt trapped. I went to the regional. I went to the owner about them. I said, "You got these 2 hood rats, these 2 thoughts that's treating me like crap. I've been in the military. I don't deserve this." And he said, "Look, you gonna roll with it, or you can get up out of here." And I'm like, "Okay." I hung in there, and eventually something happened to me there that allowed me to get out of there, and they're facing some consequences as we speak. But and their names are documented or whatever. So I won't even get into that. I won't even see where I worked at. But those 2 women beat me down, and from that day to this one, they don't have their jobs anymore. Like I said, paperwork, document, but maybe Miss Christine, maybe they wanted to go out with me. I wasn't interested. I worked with them. All I wanted to do was.
You don't want to date a boss, anyways.
Not really. You don't want to do that. You don't want to date the boss because it can get you can get lucky, or it can be a curse. So you don't want to take that chance. That's not a risk. When it comes to getting paid, when it comes to paying the bills, I don't have time to gamble like that. I want to make sure I can go to work and pay my bills. I don't want to take that gamble of it can be a curse or it can be a blessing. So, but yeah, that emasculation, that is true. That especially when a woman boss, and that's what's going on. Women leave work with that same attitude because a lot of women are bosses, and that's good. I applaud the women that are in the position of authority. They're leaders. I get it. You do a damn good job, but when you abuse it and you abuse it towards a black man, you got to be careful and tailor your managerial skills around handling a black man who's there to earn a paycheck and pay his bills and maybe take care of his own wife. And that's what's going on out there.
My question is, do you know your turn on spots?
Yeah, but I ain't telling you.
I'm just asking. I'm not.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
I'm just asking if you know.
Yeah. Oh, I know that. I know, but I ain't telling you.
Oh my goodness.
I'm all the way in Missouri, so.
Yeah. Hey, Miss Christina, I like my feet rubbed. I'm standing on them all day with a boss trying to emasculate me. By the time I get home, I need my feet rubbed. That's all. All I want you to do is.
Hey, bro, come on.
Bruh. You know those little foot massagers that you can
Christina good at rubbing. Christina good at rubbing feet.
How you know, Darren?
I seen the picture. I'm gonna just say that. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Bruh.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
No, I'm good with my hands.
You good with your hands, huh?
Yep. I one time gave a guy a foot job.
Oh
Hey,
my
Miss
goodness.
Christina,
Yeah.
I let you start at the feet and work your way up.
Okay.
Bruh.
I let you work your way up. You know, give you a pay, give you a raise.
You're not really hairy, are you?
Bruh.
That's personal, Miss Christina.
No, I meant your chest, not your legs or nothing.
Really?
Okay. So we were just talking about emasculation, right? And so now, like I said before, what is an example of emasculation? And I'm rerunning this back so we know and we're on the same page. When you emasculate something or someone, you take away its strength. Some people believe that having a tough female boss can emasculate male employees. Very true. Now, what is emasculation? Emasculation of men, right? The term emasculation may be used metaphorically to refer to the loss of a man's masculinity. A man is said to be emasculated when he loses or is deprived of characteristics traditionally associated with being a man, such as power or independence. Now,
you don't want to be with nobody that's trying to take that away from you. That's crazy.
No, you cannot. Like, you better walk away, because what happens is, let's say if you run into somebody like that, and let's say if you are really, really a masculine man and y'all not gonna let it happen, if y'all keep going back and forth, that could cause domestic violence. Shouts out to Ashanti in the building. Thank you, Ashanti, for coming through. We appreciate you. Look at him. He about to. Yummy Gummy said, "Dang, we changed shows. Did we switch to OnlyFans here?" Yeah, they are talking about the OnlyFans like a mug. Once again, thank you, Ashanti, for coming through, and make sure you please join into the conversation. So I'm telling you, like I said, Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, perfect example of emasculation of a man, right? Now,
right under the bus.
Oh yeah, and don't even care, and sit there with a numb face, like ain't nothing happened. But that's narcissistic as well.
Yeah, very toxic. That's a very toxic situation they have. I agree with that.
Now, remember what the topic of this show is. Once again, is get used to it. The new ways of men, right? Because we're starting to see on a daily how men are being emasculated. Marriages are being broken like crazy. And then it will be men that y'all would least expect. Let's go to Tyrese. He was definitely a down on bended knee dude, singing all the little songs and everything.
Yeah.
All the women love him, but look. They got him when they're crying.
Well, yeah.
And all kinds of stuff. And then the crazy thing is the female he was married to took him through the ringer and then tried to come back.
That was toxic. Very toxic.
I mean, like,
you know what? If you think about it, I'm gonna cut you off, but if you think about it, a lot of it comes from the heavy increase in toxicity in our society too.
It does.
That's a lot of that. A lot of what we're talking about comes from that.
Whatever happened to get married, stay married?
Yeah, right. It don't happen no more.
No, it doesn't. And so the wise man, and this is so unfortunate for the marriage culture. Men are not even trying to get married anymore like that. Neither are women. I'm sorry, my daughter had my phone. No problem. So to my point, you know, you'll see the people that you least expect, even like Jeezy. Look at Jeezy. You know what I can't stand that people say about Jeezy though? How they saying like, okay, you turn your back on black women, you go over here to the Asian woman, you think it's gonna be different.
Yeah, but that's not an Asian woman that's from overseas though. That's an American.
Yeah,
Asian
that's
woman.
Americanized Asian woman. However, it's not about him leaving black women or nothing like that. He just wanted something different. And really, a woman is a woman is a woman. Man is man is man. Yes, you have a different grade of man and you have a different grade of women. But he went over there and it's like that's who he wanted to get married to. Okay, he got married, it didn't work. It wasn't about, oh, I'm going to get with this woman because she's Asian or whatever. But I mean, and then if you clearly, and this is something he should have checked out. He should have checked out the parents, like I always say. If he'd have checked out the parents, now she didn't already revealed some things. I'm talking about that Jeannie Miger. She said that she said it clearly. She has a bad attitude. She got it from her grandfather. And look at her mother. Her mother, come on. I mean, she acts, she act like a young girl. I'm talking about the mother,
Yeah, all that makeup on.
Yeah, it's weird. Marquis says some marriages don't last anymore than 1 to 5 years or maybe 10. Very true. It's hard to find somebody talking about they married for 20 years.
They say celebrity marriages don't last more than 7.
Yeah, they don't. Because most of them that's just like a lot of basketball players. If you look at it, as soon as when they're out of the NBA, they are out. They go broke. They are great players, but not businessmen. You have some of the rare ones like Magic Johnson or Shaq or Kobe that actually use, LeBron James that flip their money. They don't come out and think, I'm going to buy all these cars, I'm going to buy all these mansions and just live off it. No, that stuff, property taxes, eat that up, mortgages.
Like on the flip side of that, you got Allen Iverson, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Allen Iverson made over $200 million when he was in the league, but when he walked away, he didn't have that much.
Right. Because that's just like most of these rappers. They get these advances, and then all of a sudden, they go buy all these cars, all these chains. It's the dumbest thing. That advance is actually for you to go and pay for studio time, pay for videos, pay for tracks or engineers. It's supposed to be pertaining into your contract to, that.
50 Cent is a smart man, though. He did movies. Of course, he did his rapping thing, the vitamin water, the headphones, video game.
Right. I mean,
50 Cent is a smart man.
Yeah, he's one of the smarter ones. Dougie asked, and I'm not sure who said this, but he's asking, what does makeup has to do with it? Whoever said anything about makeup?
I said something about the makeup.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Oh, okay. What'd you say about the makeup?
Like the mother, what's that Asian chick, the mom, she was dressed like a young girl, all that damn makeup on her face and stuff.
Oh, okay,
It didn't look like modern day women.
Right.
I mean, I don't blame Jeezy for choosing outside his race. I mean, he is from Atlanta, and most of the black women. It's nice if I'm ready to go to Africa if I do get like a black woman. If I'm lucky, like just a natural look, little afro, not all that makeup, no tattoos and stuff. I mean, that'll be my first selection though. Pick a woman. It's just a natural black woman. It's all natural. But
okay.
I mean that's what he wanted. I mean, he just wanted something. He tired of the big nails, long Wolverine claw nails, and the butterfly eyelashes, and the wigs, and all that kind of crazy stuff. I mean, come on.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. I know some people get stuck on, I want the natural black woman, whatever. You know what? I want the peace. However it comes, that's what I want.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah,
you right about that.
You know what I'm saying? Because
that's the most important thing.
It's the most important thing because you can want. I know a lot of dudes that got what they want in women and ended up going to jail for it, or ended up losing everything for it. I mean, bring me the peace.
Yeah. I don't really see no peace in it if you're dealing with a woman that about herself. Because social media,
all right. Shout out to my brother.
A woman who looks all right, who is naturally maybe not too much thick, nobody checking for her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh,
shout out to my brother Piff Penny. What's going on, my brother? Thank you for coming through. We have the music night on Wednesdays, but you're more than welcome to join in. We're talking about relationships tonight, but that music show is on Wednesdays, but definitely come through. Yummy Gummy says black, white, African, Colombian, as long as there is mutual peace, nothing else matters. Very true. With a man.
Amen.
Right.
You know, you want peace. I mean, I hear a lot of times guys get to that, and I mean, if that's your preference, that's your preference. I'm talking to you, Darren. I mean, that's fine. But if you find peace, what's more important? The natural black woman or natural white woman or natural Asian woman or Colombian woman or whatever, or peace?
I would say peace and respect, man.
Yeah. I mean, peace
I
is
mean, respect will
priceless.
come with peace, though. I would say respect, though. I mean, it might be celebrity, but the way how she carry herself too, I would say respect because she's gonna respect me.
No, I'm gonna say
That's
peace
gonna have.
because you know what? If I'm in peace, that means she respects me.
That's right. It goes with it. Like you just said, it goes together.
Yeah.
It goes
So
together, man.
Dougie said, last thing I know from one show we had, Darren it hasn't left the country. So you less that change. What does he really know about what's really good in other countries? That's a question for you, Darren.
I mean, like I said, like I already putting in for my passport. You got to have money to go overseas. I mean, it's a new experience for me. You know,
Right.
not just a vacation. I just like to learn about different cultures and stuff.
Yeah.
I always want to do something that I haven't done yet.
You're gonna be over there in Africa doing the African dances, huh?
But I wanted to do hood rat stuff
Hey,
for my friends.
I might have a good time and learn about the culture or whatever. But they culture dancing in Jamaica and Africa is totally different than over here because over here that twerking stuff is just not good. It's disrespectful.
I used to watch videos of Africans dancing.
Well, actually twerking came from African dances. It's just they made it they made it in a bad way here. You see what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. Looking at social media and all that, if that's all they have to offer, twerking, you see what I'm saying? Like, come on. That just don't even make sense.
I'm a very traditional person, man. And it's not easy to find traditional women, man. It's not easy. Not easy to find a traditional chick, man.
You said it's not easy. No, it's not easy. It's not.
No, it's not easy.
Well, the sad part is that you have some that grow up traditional and then they fall off the cliff and then just become modern. But then you have some that come up modern and then get that thing in their head and say, you know what? I don't want to be this way no more. I know if I be this way, what I'm going to attract.
Right. Yeah.
When they make that change, they attract a good man.
I think we all go through that, especially coming up through the ranks.
Yeah, we do.
When you're young, you don't care. When you're younger, you're like, whatever.
Dougie asked another question, Darren. He said, but have you been out of the country yet?
Well, I mean, what does that matter?
In the U.S. I mean, what?
No, he's asking them. They're asking him because of previous things, and then as of now, I think Darren had asked. You had said something about going out of the country before. That's why he's asking him. I was just updating you, Nate, and then Darren asked Dougie, "Could you afford to travel?"
Right. You asked me that. I mean, I'm curious about it. I can afford to travel if I wanted to. I mean, you tell me, can you afford to travel? Can he afford to travel?
I don't know. I guess.
You know what? Then Crete. Even when I was watching your Instagram, you was going overseas and stuff with the bicycle and stuff. That's another reason why I want to travel too. I want to check out something different. I'm used to the same stuff here.
Right.
And stuff. I mean, if I see, if I ain't mean to cut you off, but if I see other people doing stuff and it seems to be working for them, why not apply it to my life and see what it work for me?
Yeah, I mean, it becomes encouraging or inspirational. I get it. And
yeah, I see you out there, Crete, and I say to myself, when I come down south to visit, Crete gonna get me out there. Crete gonna come on there, you gonna get on this bike.
Yeah, man. Let me tell y'all something. When y'all like me, I like to be of some type of encouragement to others, and I love when other people encourage me. You know what I'm saying? So, I like to do different things. I come up from West Baltimore. I don't know if you and we used to say Baltimore. You know what I mean? But I was just trying to say it in I was trying to say it in a proper way, Baltimore, but it's Baltimore, right? So right, or be more. So to my point is that where I'm from, just like a lot of other hoods and all that around it, it's just gunshots. Actually, I have a close friend that I had to ask that's dear to me. It was just I asked, I say, hey, did any of your people that you came up with, do you know anybody who got shot and killed? They said no. I was shocked because probably 80% of the people I know has been shot and killed.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? So to ask that question and for them to say that no, they don't know anybody, that's a blessing. To know somebody, that's just a blessing to even know somebody who came up like that, that don't know nobody, who none of their friends died from gunshots or nothing like that. I didn't know it existed. Even like when I first moved down here, I remember our murder rate was way up high, right? I moved down here, their murder rate for the year was 90. I said, what? I didn't know that exists. Ashanti said, have a good night, everyone. We'll talk to y'all later or soon. Thank you so much, Ashanti. And Dougie said, I'm not trying to be smart, funny, or rude. It's just you talk about women overseas better. So wanted to know where you've been. And that was to Darren. So okay. But yeah, you know, me, I love to see different.
Crete, what are you drinking? Cough syrup?
Huh?
What are you drinking? Cough syrup?
Yeah, I'm trying to fall asleep after the show. Yeah, nah. You know what? I can't give free advertisements unless we get paid, but it's some red juice.
Oh.
Yeah. But
just take the label off.
Yeah, well, either that or I cover it.
That's funny.
But
That's funny.
So now the other thing is when we look at also who else is out there with I mean, we can go on and on with a lot of guys that been in these marriages that you know have been in these marriages, right? And then even like I can't stand, like I hate to hear some of these guys, you know, they sound down and out a lot of times. I meet them, oh man, about the divorce and down and out. Why does a divorce have to strip a person of everything?
Because you're vested. You were invested at one point in time.
Right, but here's the problem. It should not be that way. It shouldn't be that way. It should be you leave what you came with. And if you decide that y'all gonna split anything else, that's between y'all. But see, a lot of times people got to get lawyers and judges and all that stuff into it, and that's where it really gets messed up.
The materialistic, the materialistic side of it.
Right. What'd you say, Miss Christine?
I said you never answered my question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said, why do some guys act like they don't know their turn-on spot?
Oh, she was waiting for that for real. Well, some of them don't know. Maybe they have not had that experience yet to even know. But then, or
maybe you don't know what you're doing.
Well,
yes, I do.
Miss Christina, you're a grown woman. I know you got a couple. You're a grown woman. You should know. You should know what a man like.
Right.
Start from the top of his head to his shoulders to his back to his feet, and work your way back up through the front.
Oh my God.
Well, you know, Miss Christina, you know, you asking us questions.
Who cares?
Did you get what you were asking for? Like, I mean, like, so I mean, because it depends on the person. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the person. You know, some of these guys out here like stuff that other guys don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's like a thing going around where guys like their booty hole licked. I'm like,
But I
Oh
wanted to do
hell!
hood rat stuff with my friend.
God damn.
What's he talking about?
You be eating me and salads, Christina.
You off the chain.
You be eating me and salads.
No, hell no.
You did it before.
No.
You ain't never did that before. Why you laughing? Why you
Christina.
laughing? You can't look at me in the straight face. You laughing? Yes, she have.
Christina,
That's gross.
Yeah.
never say never.
Now I gotta ask my homeboy a question now.